Okay, talking to second-year head coach of Banks County High School, Biff Parson. Coach, how's it going? I know you're looking forward to another year here, so we get ready for the football season. Last year may not have gone quite the way you thought, but talk about how you've been able to use that for this year as you get ready for this season.
Well, obviously in the off season, it's a motivation. You know, coming off an 0-10 season, I don't think any program wants to endure that, but we did, and we learned from our bumps in the road, and our kids have worked hard in the off season and in the summer, and really excited about 2014 to get things started.
Well, we talked last year, me and you. This was your first head coaching job, I believe, and talk about some of the, I guess, personal learning curves you had to do as far as not being an assistant but running the whole thing. And how do you think that you'll be able to better use that for personally as you prepare for this?
Well, it's just like life. I mean, each year you get older, you get a little wiser, and life experiences teach you a lot about yourself, and you evaluate the good and the bad. And we're coming in our second year. A lot of the coaches is going to stay with me. We brought in a couple coaches, not a big turnover deal, and so the kids know this group. We know the kids, so there's a trust factor there that we've bridged that gap, and they're believing in what we're telling them, and we're excited about that.
Well, you got 16 seniors this year. That's a pretty good group, considering some of the turnover that's going on the last few years. Talk about your senior class this year.
Well, anytime you get a big senior class, there's going to be some expectations, and we're definitely putting that on our senior class. There's some guys there that are good football players, and they've played for about 3 seasons, some 4, so they've got a lot of grass time. What we try to create here is some winning experience, and this year we're hoping we can build on that game by game, week by week, practice by practice, and really ride the backs of our seniors, because our senior class has a lot of grass experience.
Well, a couple of seniors in particular, Malcolm Mitchell, he had a pretty good year last year, wide receiver, defensive back, and Will Ledford coming off a pretty good track season. We were talking before we got going here. Talk about those 2 guys.
Well, Malcolm is a guy that's played varsity level for 4 years. He returned 4 or 5 kickoffs back last year for us. Played safety, played corner, played receiver. He was a guy that if we needed a big play, we were trying to get it in his hands. He's got a good knack for the game of football. Tough guy, and is going to have a chance to hopefully play at the next level, but he's definitely doing everything we've asked him to do since we've been here, as far as leading and lead by example and stuff like that. Will Ledford came to us last year, and he fought some injuries through the course of the year, and he didn't really get a lot of grass time for the whole season, fighting some injury bugs. But yeah, he had a tremendous track season. He was finished 4th in the region, went to state in the long jump, and he's been here every day in the summer. He also plays basketball, so he's a triple threat guy here at Banks County, which is important that all our athletes are playing every sport and contribute to the athletic program here. But he's going to help us at receiver and DB, and we're excited to see what he's going to do this year.
Well, when you got two quality receivers like that, obviously that begs the question: who's going to throw it to them?
That's right.
And from what I understand, you got a little bit of a quarterback battle going on here. Talk about that.
We do. About halfway through the year, last year we threw in a little old snotty-nosed freshman to finish out the season, and surprisingly, he handled the fire quite well. I think his first start was against East Hall, and he threw for 240-something yards and a couple of touchdowns, and got his feet wet really quick. But there's 2 guys that we're looking at: Griffin Goodwin, who will be an upcoming sophomore, and then Trevay Kane, a guy that's just really a raw talent. He started at Sam linebacker for us last year, and we've kind of experimented him at quarterback during the spring and in the summer, and both of them are going to battle, and really, if you say who's going to be your starting guy, we're going to have probably a 2-headed monster, because both of them bring a lot to the table, and one guy can do certain things that the other guy can't, But with Trevay, we're able to play him at running back, receiver, quarterback, and allow Griffin to get in there and do what he does best, throwing the football and manage it.
Well, your forte is offense. We know that. So obviously, I guess you see some things you might be able to throw in some new wrinkles this year if you've got if you got some playmakers.
We hope so, and we've went to about 7-on-7s this year, and we started off slow, and it's a learning curve. We're doing a little bit of something different offensively and something different defensively, and there was a learning curve there, but the expectation is them to get in here and learn it, and they have. And we've got a standard here, and when you build a house, it takes some time, and obviously in this profession, a lot of coaches don't have patience, and I'm one of them. And but we understand, and we're excited about this year and what's to come because what these guys have put in this summer.
Well, as we've traveled around getting ready for the season, the consensus is 7 AAA is wide open. I think a lot of people will agree that perhaps West Hall, East Hall, Dawson, they may have a little more experience coming off the seasons that they've had the last couple of years. However, it's really wide open. I don't think anybody will say, yeah, we know these teams are going to be in the playoffs. So that puts everybody in the mix. And despite coming off an 0-10 season, you have to feel a little bit excited that, if you can get some success early, you got a shot.
Well, it's wide open because you don't have Buford, North Hall, and White County in it. That's why it's wide open. But obviously, what West Hall has done with Coach Lottie there in the last couple of years, and them being very competitive in that first-round game where it could have been, either way with Cartersville, and Brian Gray does a great job at East Hall, and at Dawson County they have some success of winning, and then you bring down Lumpkin, who's going to bring a sense of kind of a big boy style football. They're going to have those big, strong, athletic linemen that can just run you off the football. And then they'll have a couple athletes that go behind there. Then obviously Franklin comes in, who is always competitive, and that's kind of what we're looking to compete this year. We want to be a part of the show. We just don't want to be on the front of the cover of we're just playing Banks County. We want to be able to bring something to the table to whomever we're playing this year, and obviously we want to get off to a good start and try to gain some confidence and just see what happens. It's a long year, and you got to win the battle of the injury bug, and hopefully that thing don't affect you as it can be, especially at a small school like us. We're not very deep, and we're going to ask them, some freshmen and some sophomores that don't have a lot of Friday Night Light experience, to step in this year. And so we're trying to get competitive and compete and change the culture around here. And so far so good as far as coming off an 0-10 season and kids not just bailing out and not showing up. They've shown up. They've been consistent. They're hungry. They just got to continue to work and taste what a victory would be like.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.